Hello everyone! I'm so excited that Christmas is coming. I have a really fun video today. Last minute Christmas gifts. But before we get started, if you like sewing videos, some crafting, pattern reviews, capsule wardrobes, fabric hauls, things like that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell to be notified when I have another video. Without further ado, let's get into making our Christmas gifts. Okay, let me just start by saying I am not a big crafter. Like, I will do some, but I don't really love DIYs. Like, I don't know why. I'm just not a fan of it. But I do like to sew, and I do like handmade things. I love giving them a lot, and I love receiving them. So I kind of racked my brain, talked to a bunch of my friends to see what they've done in the past, and came up with a very short list of things that I am going to be making for some of my family. They don't watch this, so it's fine. Hopefully my mom is not going to tell anyone because she's the only one that watches my video. Anyway, all right, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to talk about is something that I was very afraid to make, and I do not even know why, because it is so easy. Now, in this video, I'm not going to be telling you how to make it. I'm just going to be telling you what resources I use, because these people explain it so much better than I could. These are just ideas so that you can go watch whatever video I watched and learn how to do it yourself. So the first one is a scrunchie. Okay, so I was so afraid to make one. I don't know why. And this pattern is so easy, and it has a little tie, or you can choose not to put the tie on there. Probably took me about 10 minutes to make this one, and I know the rest of them won't take me long at all. Probably what I'll do is cut them out all at one time and then just assembly line sew them, and they are so easy, you guys. So this is the first idea. I feel like a set of 3 would be a great gift idea for a girl of any age, or for moms like me, because I love scrunchies. I like how they can be bracelets. I like to put them in my hair. And yeah, so anyways, of note, there are so many different kinds of fabrics you can use. This is kind of like a quilting cotton. You could use a rayon. A rayon would look fine. You could use velvet. You can use any kind of knit. It really doesn't matter, as long as you use the proper needle to sew with whatever fabric you're working with. But you don't even have to do like a stretch stitch or anything, because it's never really going to stretch past, it's not going to stretch out the stitches very much, because they're all, you know, gathered on this elastic. So just so easy to sew. And I really like the tutorial that I followed, because she's very laid back. She doesn't worry too much about pressing, because I mean, it's a scrunchie, you guys. It's a scrunchie. You don't need to press it. I can't believe I just said that, but it's true. All right, so next, let's move right along. This is something else I was very afraid to make, and it is a zipper pouch. It was my first one, so it is not perfect. I went ahead, I put a little tag in there. I will place a link for the zippers that I use for this. They have like a little tab here, which is really cool. And I went ahead, I had a lot of scrap denim, so I made a little pattern pieces. The video that I will share below has what they recommend for, you know, the height and width to be. And I basically created pattern pieces, added seam allowances where I needed to, and created this patchwork front, and then I made the rest exactly as it directed. It does have a lining. So easy to make. I, for one, was a little bit scared of making something with the zipper, even though I've put in zippers before. It didn't take me very long at all, and it's going to be so cute for a lot of the girls and boys in my family. So this is another quick thing that you can do. You can batch cut them. You can do all the same steps at the same time, kind of like assembly line it, and it really would only take you, even if you made like 10 or 11, it would probably only take you like a day or 2. So really good idea. And if you're giving scrunchies, you can put scrunchies inside, you can put special pins inside, crayons, colored pencils, whatever age they are, lip gloss, you know, makeup, Legos. So I really like this idea, so I have done that this year as well. The next one is not one I've made, but I did notice there was a really cool looking beret knitted pattern on Wool and the Gang, and it's in their section with free patterns. I will try to find the link and put it below. This is a beret that I crocheted a long time ago, so I just kind of showed this for, prop this on here for interest. So I love knitted berets. I think they are beautiful. They're my favorite kind of headgear to wear. I'm not a huge fan of just regular beanies. So I feel like for females, it's a really cool idea. I have a lot of extra super chunky wool that would be perfect for a beret like this, that like I ordered too much of or whatever. You can get this kind of wool or just chunky yarn in general, even if it's acrylic, at a lot of your local craft stores. And yeah, just knit one right up, if you knit, of course. Wool and the Gang has a lot of good tutorials. If you don't, and I do have a beginner's knitting video, like how I kind of got into knitting, in case you're interested. If you've never knitted before, it is still possible to knit a flat scarf for somebody really special before Christmas. I believe in you, because it's really not hard. I failed a lot the first day or two, but after that I was good. So you have to start, you have to knit. It's just great. Next is Polymer Clay, and it's still in the package because this is a challenge for me. This is more along the lines of crafting, and I have already said that I'm not a good crafter, but I'm really excited to get into this because I feel like I can make some really cool earrings and things for my family and myself, and you just bake it in the oven and it's like so easy. There are 1,000 million videos on Polymer Clay on YouTube. Oh my gosh, if you type in Polymer Clay beginner tutorial, you will end up with like hours of watch time. So I'm not going to show you myself struggling through doing this because it will be quite humorous. So go ahead and type that in and look it up. But that being said, this looks like it'd be really good to make a lot of things at one time, because you can make a sheet of clay, not that big, but probably about this big, that will have a particular design, and then you can just like cookie cut all the earrings out that you want, like different shapes or whatever. Make sure you put the hole for the little loop that needs to go through them to attach to whatever you're using to attach it to your ear, and then you're good to go. You can make so many like at one time. So I am going to play with this before Christmas comes, and if anything, I will just make some stuff for my daughter, because if they're not perfect, she won't mind. I'll save all the other ones for I'll save all the other family members for when I get more experience. Okay, so I have one little girl who's 11 and two little boys, 8 and 4. Sorry. Wow. So I picked a Fibre sweatshirt pattern, which a lot of the Fibre patterns, unless it's super frilly or whatever, are pretty unisex, and you can use them for a boy or a girl. So I picked the Ellis pattern. This one's for my middle boy, which he doesn't watch my YouTube, so he won't know what it looks like. But I used some really cool See You at 6 fabric and made the Ellis sweatshirt pattern. It's got a really cool way you can color block, and the ribbing has like a little split here, and that's kind of mirrored at the very bottom there, where the color block is at the bottom. So it's really cool pattern. It's just got that in the back, and it takes me probably like 30 minutes to sew up. I mean, I batch cut them all, but it did not take me very long at all to sew up. Next idea, and very last one, is something that I completed. It's for myself. But basically what I did is I took a t-shirt and I made the shirt, and then I ironed on some letters. Now if you don't have time to make a shirt, you can totally just buy a shirt at whatever local store you want to buy it at if you don't have time to make it. But ironing on letters is like such a cool way to either upcycle a thrifted shirt or upcycle a shirt in somebody's wardrobe that's kind of boring and gray and dull. Or just a new shirt that you think needs a little bit something a little bit extra. So I wanted to show you this one because I totally love this and I'm very happy with it. And these words were from the Ready to Sew blog. This is her pattern, and this is a printout from her. So what you basically do is you take whatever file it is or words and you invert them so that they're the mirror image. And then you have to have an inkjet printer. You get some transfer paper that's iron-on, that's either for light fabrics or dark fabrics. And in Photoshop, you can invert the image or any other kind of imaging software, and then you can size it down or make it bigger depending on what you want. But anyways, that is a very rough, quick version of how to do it, but I will put that video down below that I used that was super simple, doesn't involve having a Cricut or anything fancy. You do need an inkjet printer, but other than that, it's very easy. I'm also gonna have a blog post on this as well, on how I did this. So that was my last idea. There are so many good Christmas gift ideas out there. Like, this is not like an extensive list. A lot of these are really quick. A lot of them use things that you already have, depending on if you're thrifting a shirt or you're using yarn you already had, or denim that you're upcycling. That was kind of my goal. I did buy zippers, but a lot of you might have zippers just laying around. And if they don't have the little tab, you can always just tie something around it or make like a pom-pom or something, or whatever you want on the edge. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm hoping that my family and my kids are going to be excited with handmade gifts that I spent time on and put a lot of love into. I always think it's a super cool thing whenever they see that and know that, well, especially for my kids, they know that mommy like actually spent time, and time is love. So yeah, they're gonna be excited, I hope. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions for other Christmas gifts that you absolutely love, that you've made before, you really want to make, let me know down below. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you can. That will help other people find it. And I hope you guys are enjoying the holidays, even though it's a very strange time. Sewing always helps me get through so many things. So keep sewing, keep making, keep knitting, keep crafting, whatever you love doing. And I will talk to you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.